Now, you say ISIL, some of us say ISIS, some of us say Islamic State. It's all the same thing. Is that now a bigger threat to the U.S. homeland than al-Qaeda?
Yes. Yeah. The threat that ISIL poses to the United States is very different in kind, in type, in degree than al-Qaeda. ISIL is not your parents' al-Qaeda. It's a very different model. And by virtue of that model, it's currently the threat that we're worrying about in the homeland most of all.
Why is ISIS so powerful?
Well, they have adopted a model that takes advantage of social media in a way to crowdsource terrorism. They have invested about the last year in pushing a message of poison, primarily through Twitter, but other parts of social media, that is a siren song with two dimensions. They are preaching through social media to troubled souls, urging them to join their so-called caliphate in Syria and Iraq, or if you can't join, kill where you are. And Twitter is a valuable enterprise because it works to sell shoes or to sell ideas. It works to sell this message to troubled souls. Again, I talk about your parents' al-Qaeda, and I mean to convey the sense that the model is just totally different, right? With al-Qaeda, if you wanted to consume their propaganda, you had to go find it somewhere on the web. You'd read their magazine. If you wanted to talk to a terrorist, you might send an email in to their magazine and hope that somebody answers you. ISIL has changed that model entirely because ISIL is buzzing on your hip, right? That message is being pushed all day long, and if you want to talk to a terrorist, they're right there on Twitter direct messaging for you to communicate with. And so they've invested in months and months of pushing this message, and it resonates with troubled souls, with young folks and with troubled older people. It's the reason we have these investigations all across the United States. That year of investment is producing a warped view of the world on the part of a lot of people who either want to travel to the caliphate or kill where they are. And my job, along with a lot of our partners, is to find the travelers and stop them, and most urgently to stop those who want to kill where they are.